Oh shit. Here we go again.
But hopefully to whoever is listening, whatever path that you are on, continue doing your thing. And we all know it's hard out here being a man in this world, but you just got to put your head down and go for it and go for your dreams, follow your heart, chase your passions. You do not want to be on that deathbed and say, I wish I would have done such and such. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back after a 2-week hiatus. We are here live with another episode of Real Conversations with Scottie and Murph. A little bit of life updates for you. We have been obviously busy. That's why we didn't record this last week. We only missed 1 week, so it sets us behind, a little bit. We have been delayed, but I'll riff off the top and then I'll let you go in. Life update. My job was miserable and I was working very late. So a lot of times wasn't able to even get back to the house to even record. And when we did, it'd be, 10 o'clock at night for me. And then I'd have to wake up and do it all over again. But I did quit that job. I was on the chopping block, which we talked about on the phone the other night. My car got broken into and we went to Chicago and my sales just weren't there. A whole bunch of events that I thought were unfair to me in the circumstances, but this is the real world. And at the end of the day, the real world don't give a fuck about your problems. So it's like I had to suck it up and figure out what I was going to do. So I'm probably going to go back to serving tables just for a little bit until I figure something out. But I'm happy and grateful that it's something that I can fall back on and know that there's decent money at least to hold me over. I'll figure something out.
For sure. I mean, you got plenty of experience, and I know you're a great server, so like you can't make money.
Yeah, we'll figure everything out kind of on the fly and how things take off and how things go. But I don't know exactly what the next move is. I've been interested in. We talked on the phone about the Amazon drop shipping. I'm also curious about day trading. I don't know what intrigues me about the stock market, but there's a little bit of it that's like I could see myself getting into it. But the only problem is with all of that stuff is it takes a chunk of money to get it started.
Yeah, you got to have some type of capital to start with.
Yeah.
Maybe take out a loan or something. I don't know what your financial situation's like, but I mean, if you take out a personal loan and try to start from there, or, I don't know, maybe just save up some money, work tables for another year or so and just save up money and get you about 10 grand, and then just start from there. I don't know anything about it either.
Yeah, I think the first step into something like that is obviously educating yourself and putting yourself
for sure
into like the YouTube and the classes and watching people and trying to get an understanding for that kind of stuff. So that'll be my process. I've got a lot of time. Obviously, I probably won't be working until 3 p.m. most days, but we'll see. But I know you, Murph, you just started a new job. You're figuring things out. Good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, started a new job. It's about an hour drive from where we live. And it's this whole first week has just been a bunch of trainings, a bunch of just sitting around and sitting in a classroom. Got a bunch of different paperwork and stuff. And because most places I've ever worked, they usually help you set up your benefits, your 401k, all that jazz. Well, where I work now, that was all on us. So there was 3 or 4 different apps we had to download. We had to figure out our banking information, and how to like see, a lot of people just brought in a blank check, but I mean, I already had my routing number and my bank account number and all that, so I didn't have to worry about it. But there's a lot of people that have struggled over this past week trying to get their information and figure out how they're supposed to get paid. But yeah, it's just totally different. It's I worked in office furniture manufacturing plant for 10 years, and now I'm headed to an aluminum plant, which is it's a total
Different world.
change of pace. Yeah, it's a union job, so I signed up for the union this week. And I mean, I've never worked in a union before. I don't really know. It seems pretty cool though. All the guys that work there seem like they're pretty close, the ones who know each other, and I haven't really met anybody that I was like, damn, like that haven't liked or haven't, that seemed like, whatever. But, you start out, you're a new hire, you're on a 90-day probationary period. So, I got to get through that. But, yeah, I mean, it's exciting, but it's also like, it's a type of job where you're just going to be there all the time. Like it's crazy because the first 2 weeks are literally just training. Yeah. And so like, there's been a few days this week where we got done with we were scheduled from 7 to 3 and we would get done at like 1:30, but they were just like, hang out till 3. Most places I've worked, if you get done at 1:30, you can leave, you can just clock out and leave. Well, I can tell they just want you there because they're paying you good money. They want you to just be there, even if you're not even doing anything. So it's going to be a big adjustment period for me. The good thing is I'm going to be able to make a lot of money in a short period of time. It's not something that I don't know if I want to retire from there, but I can see myself just, putting my nose to the grindstone for 10 years and just racking up money and putting it in a 401k or rolling it into a Roth or, whatever, because my oldest child will be 13. My youngest will be 10. So, it'll be right there in the middle of their childhood where I can move on to a job where I have better, easier hours or easier, time getting off and be able to be there. That's my biggest concern about this job is I don't know how much I'm actually going to be able to spend time with my family because, they can force you up to 64 hours overtime plus whatever you're scheduled that week. But that doesn't really happen that often, is from what I hear. But you have the option to work 96 hours a week. There's a lot of guys there that work 96 hours a week every week. That's 16 hours a day. 16 hours a day. Yeah. 16 hours a day, 6 days a week, 1 day off.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You basically just working and sleeping. And then that 1 day off, you might have time to mow the yard or something, so
that's crazy.
It's definitely one of those jobs where it is what you make of it. You can, like I said, they said there's no reason that you can't make $100,000 in your first year there. So it's just all about how much you really want to work and how much you really want to put into it. So it's gonna be an adjustment period. Like I said, I got 3-month probationary period, but after that, I should be set. I'll be set in the union. I won't have to worry about, all these, stipulations that they put on you for your probation. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit anxious about it. It's just going to be a culture shock for me. But you gotta, like you was talking about, you got to roll with the punches, and life hands you lemons. You make fucking lemonade. So.
You gotta figure out how to make lemonade because it is tough, dude. I get it. I'm proud of you, though. I'll say that. I mean, I know it's in living in a small town too. It's harder to find a gig that's
right.
worth putting time and effort into. This is something to hang your hat on. For the time being, at least for now, until another door opens up, and that's all we're kind of waiting for is the door that we're pushing towards opens up, and we keep fighting the good fight until we get to where we want to be.
What, you're what, 28, 29?
29. I'll be 30 in November.
Okay, I'll be 31, so we're basically the same ages. We're still young men. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's kind of a hard transition from your 20s to your 30s, but like we're still, in the prime of our life right now. There's no reason to think that we can't still achieve our dreams,
Yep.
And I think a lot of people get caught in that mental trap of when we've talked about it before on the podcast of the trap of comparison, comparing yourself to other people that are your age or younger that have things that you want in life, but you just haven't been able to achieve that for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I think it's just important to always remember everybody walks their own path. Everybody has a different journey, and you can't do the same things that some other person does because it's not what's meant for you, you know? So I think it's really hard for, especially growing up in the social media age where you see all these people flexing their money and their success, and really in reality they're fucking dead on the inside. They have no soul because
or
they
actually broke.
Yeah, or they're renting this shit out and like taking loans and in a ridiculous amount of debt because they have to keep up this image. And so I just think it's important to realize that you're right where you need to be. And if you're not, you'll get there eventually,
Take your time, take a walk, enjoy the views, look around. But what's the saying? It's like it's not the destination, but it's the journey.
Exactly.
To get there, you know what I'm saying? Take it all in. There's a reason that your path is a little bit different or a little bit longer, a little bit taller of a mountain. There's a reason for it. When you get to the mountaintop, I hope that you looked around on the way. Because every time I've been at the mountaintop, I get there and I go, shit.
You get there.
I'm looking for something else. You know what
I'm
saying?
You get there and you look up and you realize you're not even halfway there, And I think a lot of people, because you listen to a lot of these famous people and successful people on podcasts, they talk about how they thought whenever they made it that they were going to be happy, but then they achieved whatever goal they set out to make, and it did, and then they would still felt empty inside, So I think it's important to focus on the journey and not the destination. A lot of times, like you said.
Yeah, I just someday want to be able to. Obviously, money is a huge factor in life, but with my money, whenever I do fall into whatever my thing is that helps me, make a bunch of money, right? I want to be able to help the people that have been there for me and buy more time. If I'm able to buy time, that is the ultimate key. Like if I can, just be like, pay somebody to do this for me so that I can spend more quality time with people that I love. You know what I'm saying? I put in this time's work, like even for you, you put in 10 years, like you said, you're 10 or 13. Now you've bought enough time to spend that 10 year to, till they move out. You know what I'm saying? That window you get because you worked hard for 10 years. You were able to buy the time because you put your head down now. You know what I'm saying? So in the end, it's worth it. And I think that's a huge thing. I didn't know that this is where we were going to go, but hopefully to whoever is listening, whatever path that you are on, continue doing your thing. And we all know it's hard out here being a man in this world, but you just got to put your head down and go for it and go for your dreams, follow your heart, chase your passions. You do not want to be on that deathbed and say, I wish I would have done such and such.
Right.
We record a podcast every week because we said, fuck, how cool would it be to have a podcast? No, it's not huge. No, we're not part of my take. No, we're not, whatever. But we're Cozy and Murph, and you see our shit every week because we make it happen.
There you go. You gotta
chop it up.
Gotta keep grinding. Yeah, gotta keep chopping. Gotta keep pounding the rock. Whatever phrase you want to use.
Yeah, there's your promo line right there. I'm like a WWE announcer. Come on. All right, let's mix it up. There's your check-in for the last 2 weeks as to what's been going on in our lives. The highlight of today, though, how about today? Waking up and the first thing that I see in a group text is a mugshot of the number one golfer in the world, Scottie Scheffler. Scottie Scheffler this morning was trying to, I guess, avoid traffic and go around what was traffic because there was an accident in Louisville where the PGA is, or no, it's not the PGA, is it? Yeah, it's PGA was playing.
Yeah, it's PGA.
And he tries to go around, and he's thinking, I'm fucking Scottie Scheffler. I'm trying to get to my tee time. I'm trying to get out here and stretch and stuff. And an officer tries to stop him, grabs his car, and gets dragged for about 10 yards, they say. So they arrest him, and he still makes it to tee time. Murph, what do you think about this?
I mean, definitely not what you expect to hear, especially 5:30 in the morning. Fucking Scottie Scheffler detained and arrested, and then a couple hours later you see his fucking mugshot all over social media. I mean, what a wild story. And
crazy.
I mean, I think both sides were wrong. I mean, obviously, whenever he saw the officer approach him, he should have just stopped, and rolled the window down and said, hey, I'm a golfer, I'm a professional golfer. I'm trying to get to the course so I can get warmed up. But also, the cop should have known who he was, too, which, in the cop's defense, I don't know the whole specifics of it.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't recognize him because I couldn't recognize Scottie Scheffler before I saw the mugshot. I never would have known who that was. I just knew the name because he had won the Masters. And so, I think it's just a bizarre situation. It's definitely, I think obviously he will get out of it. I know he had like 4 different charges against him, and he'll hire a lawyer, and the judge will probably knock it down to reckless driving, and he'll have to pay, maybe a fine, and, at the most do community service or whatever. Right? I'm sure they'll figure something out. But I mean, honestly, it just kind of cements his fucking legend. Like what a fucking legend that he gets arrested at 5:30 in the morning and then is still able to make his tee time, at whatever 11 or whatever it was. So
somebody said frat boys are up this summer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I've been seeing all those collages of it had Trump, Morgan Wallen, fucking Scottie Scheffler, and there was somebody else. Can't remember. But it said White Boy Summer. Yeah, Zach Bryan, that's what it said. White Boy Summer's on or something like that. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
White boys be up, frat boys be up.
Yeah. They said the frat boy chats are going crazy right now. And I mean, go ahead.
I opened my phone this morning. I said, what the fuck? And it's just my buddy Trey sends out a group text. And he's like, look at this shit. Scottie Scheffler got arrested. And then, there's always one person in the friend group's like, well, why is everybody making a joke about this? He literally could have hurt the cop. Like, oh, shut up. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I swear to God. I was just like, shut up. You know who you are. Just laugh at the jokes. The fact that I
bet I know who it is too. I'm not gonna say no names, but I think. Do I know him? Maybe not. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
but that's funny
in passing. But yeah,
but there's always that one guy that's like,
yeah, he could have hurt the cop.
Thin blue line. We back to blue.
Some bullshit. And I was like, let it go. It is what it is. I'm gonna laugh at all the memes because the internet is fucking undefeated.
Oh, dude, Twitter, man. I swear to God, bro. Like, if you like internet comedy, you need to be on X, Twitter, whatever. Like, you need to make an account right now because
just for the memes, bro.
Just for the memes. I don't give a fuck about TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all that shit. Twitter is the funniest app on the internet, bro. Like, hands down, straight up, fucking funniest shit you'll find is on Twitter every day.
The meme, the video where it's like the police officer jumping on a Scottie Scheffler's car and it's fucking Batman jumping on the side of it.
Yeah.
There's the one that says Scottie Scheffler showing up at his tee time, and it's the a WWE entrance of like a prison guard guy.
Yeah, he's got like 4 cops around the van and the dude's in there and he's got the handcuffs on and he walks out and he's like, yeah. I mean, it's such a bizarre story, and I mean, it's great for golf. I mean, this got people talking about golf. I mean,
it's been the number one trending thing.
Honestly,
literally all day.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was golf going on this weekend until today.
And it's in Louisville. I had absolutely no fucking idea.
Nope.
It was going on. But now everybody knows about Valhalla. Everybody knows about Louisville. Everybody knows about Scottie Scheffler being a dog, and it's nuts. But
I saw one meme. You know the meme where it's like those two it's like really buff arms and they're like locking hands and it said not getting into Valhalla and it said Scottie Scheffler on one side and it said a Viking who didn't die in battle on the other. It's like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Get on X, people. It is literally comedy every day. You need a good laugh, hop on. I could probably open it up right now and pull up a meme. That's what it is. Also, this is where we're going to switch it up. A little more touchy subject for you folks out there. This shit with Harrison Butker is also trending every which way. And this is also a funny thing on X because it's like you see some of the most insane takes and ideas because people just rattle off shit. But for people who don't know about this Harrison Butker, he is a staunch Catholic man, right? Let me preface everything I'm going to say. He is a staunch Catholic man who is hardcore in the Catholic beliefs. And he is speaking at a graduation ceremony at the small college that he went to. So he's getting his opportunity in front of a Catholic crowd. The people that this speech probably appeases to. And he states, there's not enough men in households these days, and the missing men of the world is the causation of a lot of today's problems and kids and la la la. But then the controversial part that everybody is blowing up about is his conversational points about women should keep their focus on family, building a family, being in the homes. And it basically got stripped down to the point of saying people being like, well, he just believes that women should stay in the kitchen and are only good for making babies and raising a family. Well, I'm going to let Murph riff because I've got thoughts on all this. Go ahead.
Well, for anybody who doesn't know, Harrison Butker is the kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. And like he said, he's a Catholic, speaking to a Catholic audience. And I think you hit it on the head. I mean, it's the fucking leftist liberal media, social media, all these fucking, social justice warriors who probably didn't even watch the full speech, who probably just saw some tweets and saw a little 20-second, snippet and was like, oh, he's a sexist, he's a misogynist. And they want to put him in a box. That's what they love to do.
Yep.
They love to just say, "Oh, he made this statement, so he must be a bigot in some way or shape or form." And I don't think that's right. I think people are entitled to free speech. I think if he wants to get up there and say what he said, I don't think there was really anything that controversial about what he said. If you watched it, he said he addressed the women. He said, "You have been told many diabolical lies," which is, we all have as a society. When he talked about men need to be masculine. The what do they call it? I can't remember the word. Where they take your masculinity away. I can't remember the word. I know it, but I just can't fucking
going over my head. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they've been discouraging men from being masculine. They want to, and this is something that, Kaylee asked me about it today. And it's like they want to homogenize everything. They want there to be no distinct difference between gender, race, sexuality, all of that. And it's like, but that's what makes us who we are. That's what makes men and women who we are. That's what makes, the different races so great, is that we have such distinct cultural differences, and we are able to give and take from each other, And so I'm kind of getting off on a tangent, but what he said about women is, he said, I'm sure, in a roundabout way, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but he said, I'm sure most of you will go on to have, bountiful careers and titles and achievements. But basically that pales in comparison to the most important role you will ever have, and that is to be a mother. And I don't think that's that controversial of a statement. I
don't disagree.
For the majority of people, having kids is the highlight of their lives. If you talk unless you're just like, unless you're like a billionaire, the most important thing for your life is to procreate, raise good children, try to raise them in a good environment, a positive environment, and do the best you can for them. And I think that goes for men and women. But because children need both.
Yep.
At the end of the day, they need a mother figure and they need a father figure. And that's kind of what he was getting at, is men need to be in the home doing their, part, and women also need to be in the home. But there's differences. I feel like people get caught up on, and I feel like this is a direct result of these hardcore feminists that can't see the forest for the trees, or can't see the, trees for the forest, however that saying goes. And they're focused on the terminology of, women are equal to men. No, that's not true. Women have the same value as men, but they're not equal. Just as men, there are some things that men are just physically and biologically equipped to do. And vice versa. There's some things that women are just way better at than men. And so we need each other. And I think people need to fucking get back to realizing that, instead of thinking, oh, well, I'm a independent woman, I don't need no man. Well, that might be true, but that's not everybody can't be an independent woman. Everybody can't be an alpha male. Everybody, we need each other. No matter how much you want to fucking listen to Andrew Tate, or fucking, listen to all this propaganda that's just clickbait. At the end of the day, as men and women, we need each other. Period. And that's my take on it, man.
Simple.
I mean, that's my take on it.
I think that's the right thing too. A lot of it is propaganda. Whoever you can use as an example, right? You watch these independent people or alpha males or whatever, like, on both sides of the spectrum, these people that veer into their.
There's con artists on both sides. That's kind of what I was getting at.
They all go like this, and then at some point, they always come back. They end up settling down, and they getting married and starting a family. They always do. None of these people end up dying alone. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a lesson in, the people that you watch and you're taking your I gotta be top dog or whatever from, it's like, just realize at the back end, you're going to be 45 and you're going to be lonely as fuck because you took that route. It's like, what Harrison was saying is, you will never find a feeling like being a parent and raising a family and watching a child grow under your loving, tender care. You'll never, ever, ever experience that. That is the most valuable thing that a human can offer in this lifetime. The most important thing is being a parent. And that is your gift as a human being, is the ability to procreate and raise a child that can think for themselves, that has a conscience. And I think that's where, like you said, it got taken out of context. People saw a 20-second clip and it's ran with it. And now, all of the far media has decided, like, all right, well, let's get Harrison Butker banned. Well, how about we worry about the guy who's fucking speeding down the interstate, almost kills two people, and a family and then runs off and leaves his car on the fucking interstate. You know what I'm saying? They're more mad about a speech than a guy damn near killing people and leaving his fucking rented Porsche Corvette on the goddamn interstate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
If this was a different scenario, if this was a woman saying this, or, and I'm truly saying this not to be racial, if this was any person of color saying these same things, I feel like the media would be like, you go, you're right, you go, you're strong, you're independent, it's good for you having a voice. But
they're exercising their right to free speech. It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? But because it's a standard-looking white male who is, a kicker on a popular football team, he's being drugged, and it's something to watch. And I think Whoopi Goldberg said it best too. And this is crazy that I'm agreeing with Whoopi. Yeah. She's like, people have different beliefs and different thoughts, and it's not for us to be judgmental of them. Let them have their thoughts. You keep yours.
Right. That's kind of goes to what I was saying, is like, that's what makes America so great, is that we are able to have these differences and still coexist and still get along. Like, you can believe one thing and I can believe another, and that's okay. We don't have to hate each other. And I feel like we're kind of getting away from that, because, with everything that's happened in the last 10 years, I feel like people are just tired of the wokeness and tired of the fake outrage and what they call them, the grievance junkies out there that just wake up every day wanting to be pissed about something. People are tired of that. They want to get back to a little bit of normalcy and just people having a little bit of common sense. So I just think it's just another one of those PR things where, the left condemns him for saying something that's not even controversial in my mind, in my opinion. It's really not that. He wasn't like, women should stay in the kitchen and make sandwiches, and they shouldn't have a bank account, and they shouldn't file their taxes.
I wouldn't understand if they were upset.
Like, it's not like he said that, not even close. But it's funny the way that, because the left has this staunch reaction of, let's cancel him. We're calling for the release of Harrison Butker. The Chiefs need to get rid of him. And then you have the other side of just like the center and the right, where it's like, I'm going to go out and get a Harrison Butker jersey. I didn't even know who he was before today, but I listened to his speech, and now I'm going to go out and buy a fucking jersey. And like, you see all these articles coming out about how he's the highest selling jersey right now in the NFL, yep. And apparently all the women's sizes are sold out right now, and it's just funny, like the complete difference in reaction, and how the left doesn't realize that you are fueling the fire by doing that, by having such a strong reaction and overreaction. You are now, Harrison Butker is a fucking hero. A lot of people didn't even know who he was outside of Kansas City, and now every football fan in America knows who he is. Even the casual fans that don't even watch that much know who Harrison Butker is now. So thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. All because you wanted to share a snippet on social media and share your views, and you got a big mouth.
There has been some pretty funny memes coming out though on that. At the end of the day, that's all I care about is the funny memes. It's really like, what the fuck am I going to do about it at the end of the day? I'm just a regular Joe Schmo. I just want to enjoy the content.
I'm just a guy. Anything that happens in the world, the first thing I do is check Twitter. I'm like, I open it instantly.
Like, I got to see what they're cooking up because I know I'm about to laugh. That's like today, bro. Today we're sitting in a classroom and doing this training on fucking hazardous water, like wastewater or something. And I'm sitting there scrolling through my fucking Twitter, and it's dead silent. The guy's up there doing a slideshow, and I'm fucking busting out laughing. I'm trying to hold in my laughter, and everybody's looking at me like, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy?" And so I just had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb and just fucking set it down. I was like, I can't do this. People are going to think I'm crazy.
The memes, bro. Hold on, I got some right here. This one is gold too. It's like if I can get it in. The police officers with Scottie Scheffler.
with this fucking stupid.
It says Tiger Woods picking up Scottie Scheffler from the Louisville police officer.
Big dog. Big dog. That's funny.
Oh god! Somebody said, was it the same cop that shot Jeter?
Oh yeah,
Mark
I seen that
Wahlberg?
from the other guys. Yeah, that's funny as hell.
Oh my fuck, that's too good. All right, I'm sweating. My face is red. All right, let's get off of this. Let's give everybody a
Switch it up.
NBA playoff update. It's clearly the most fucking rigged bullshit in the world.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
The Timberwolves tied the series last night to make it 3-3. Go to Game 7. Nuggets only scored 70 points. The reigning champion with the three-time MVP scored 70 points. Y'all can't tell me this shit's not fucking rigged, bro.
It's ridiculous. Just watching that series alone, you can tell. Because T-Wolves go up 2-0. If you watched both of those games, it looked like Denver was not even trying. Like they were just going through the motions. It was just a night off. Let's not try too hard or get anybody hurt. And then the next 3 games, they go balls to the wall and they win every single game. So they go up 3-2. And then last night, like you said, only scored 70-something points. And it was like everybody's just lollygagging up the court. And, I could care less because we're going to win Game 7. It's like, I miss the fucking era when we had dogs in the fucking NBA that was like, fuck, I don't care. I want to win every game. Like fucking Kobe, the famous quote where he's in the fucking finals and they're up 2-0. And they're like, are you happy? And he's like, no, why would I be happy? He said, is the job done yet? They said, no. He said, job's not done yet. I'm not happy. It's like, that's the fucking mentality I want. Not, we'll get them next game. We got another game. Let's just push it to 7. But that's what's happening. They need the series, especially in these later rounds in the playoffs, they need the fucking games to go to 7. They need the series to go 7 games so they can get their money. I mean, that's all it is. And I mean, it's gotten worse and worse since FanDuel and DraftKings and all these betting sites have come to the forefront. I mean, right now, Indiana's up 81-64 in the third quarter. They're a 5.5-point favorite, even though New York leads the series 3-2.
Yep.
So it's like,
and New York's just running down the court, threes.
Yeah, and it's like obviously they want Game 7 at home. That's what the NBA wants, so that's what they're going to get. I'm not saying like every player's doing it or everybody's in on it, but there's an obvious push for the series to go 7 games, especially after the first round.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we might see a sweep or a 4-1 in the first round, but after that, I mean, all except for the Boston series. Every series has gone at least 6 games. So.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be shocked if the Thunder win tomorrow over the Mavericks.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's why I love the NFL, because it's one game. You don't get another shot. That's why I love March Madness, is because it's one fucking game. And if you have a bad game, that's it. You're going home.
Yeah.
So I get so discouraged from watching, just because you see some of the body language and just some of the just dumb shit that goes on.
Yep. And
it's just not like it used to be, man.
Yeah.
And now that's how I know I'm getting older, because
it ain't the NBA I grew up on.
Yeah, that's what all the old heads say. That's not what I grew up on, man. That's not how I remember it. So I guess, I mean, if this is what they want, then go ahead. But I'm not going to be watching too much,
Yeah, I'm at the point now where I check scores, keep up with it. But NBA to me is a dying breed. As much as a lot of people don't want to admit it, I think it is a dying sport. I think it's going to turn. I honestly, and this is probably a controversial take, the WNBA's path right now is like this, while the
It's more
NBA's
interesting.
path
Yes.
is like this. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, there's going to be a point where the WNBA is more fun to watch than the fucking NBA, and I'm almost there. I'm ready to tune in and watch Caitlin Clark.
I think the players are more interesting in the WNBA just because they're new and fresh, and they don't have this. A lot of them don't have this like smug attitude of, oh, I'm an NBA player. That's what I like about Jokic is he's like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to go back and train my horses,
I just want to hang out and watch my horses race.
Yeah, I'm the MVP. I mean, I don't give a fuck though. He doesn't care about none of that shit.
I like Jokic. What the fuck's Jamal Murray doing? He's got to be hurt. I know that's a big one. You seen where he threw his heating pad at the fucking ref?
He got fined for that.
Yeah, he's in his head. I'm kind of hoping the Mavs pull something off because I want to see Luka do something cool for his career.
I mean, I'd like to see Luka win one. I thought he should have won MVP. Him or SGA. I thought they should have won MVP this year. But yeah, I like Luka's game. I think he's a solid player. But just like everybody or a lot of these stars, I feel like he takes some possessions off. There's sometimes where he's just like, whether it's on offense or defense. Well, and then when you have Kyrie too, it's kind of it's easier to take the load off. When you got somebody like Kyrie, but Kyrie's struggled in some games this playoff season too. So I don't know.
That's the NBA for you guys. That's all I care to talk about, the fucking NBA. Because this shit's so goddamn aggravating. I refuse to bet on it. I'm past the point of return on.
Oh yeah, I lost my shit.
How are you down 20 points in the third quarter? You're the fucking.
Yeah, I put a little parlay in. I think it was. I can't remember who it was, but I missed it by like. Oh, it was Dallas and OKC, and Luka. I needed Luka to score 30 points. I had like a 5-leg parlay in. I needed Luka to score 30. Motherfucker had 27 with 7.5 minutes to go. Played until 1.5 minutes left in the game. Never scored.
What the fuck?
And I was like, fuck this, dude. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this, man. I'm not doing this shit no more. I'd rather just bet on football and lose my money that way because at least I know they're trying,
At least I know they're trying. All right, fuck NBA. The hype, I'm going to keep bringing it up because today the EA Sports game. EA Sports dropped the gameplay trailer, the official trailer for the college football game that is coming. We're 2 months out, and I cannot explain how excited I am. I'm gonna be like a kid on Christmas, dude. Just some of the gameplay just looks so good, and the attention to detail with like the schools and uniforms and like traditions, mascots. Like I seen a guy breaking down like the gameplay footage and like just small things like the pants above the knees, huge. Like you're not getting that in Madden. Jersey up with the fucking back plate out, huge.
Yeah,
that's fire. Like the attention to detail and like all the cosmetics of each school. And I think that's why the college football game is going to be so much better in Madden because the attention to detail, the small things, what makes each school like unique. And that's like you play Madden and it's like, why do we even pick an arena? You know what I'm saying? Nobody really gives a fuck.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit generated fans, and I think this is going to be really dope. Everybody knows the road to glory, and I seen some things though. Glory. You gotta maintain your GPA. What the fuck does that mean? I gotta go to class.
Take classes.
I could barely do that when I was in college. You know
I don't know about all that. Yeah, but
and you could enter the transfer portal, and like you're basically like it's like free agency. Somebody's throwing you a bid. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think that mode's going to be fun. I think back in the day, I can't remember if it was 14, 13, 12, whatever, but on the road to glory, like you would like throughout the week, like because the game's on Saturday or whatever. So throughout the week, it'd be like Monday get extra reps after practice, and then Tuesday it'd be like go to study hall, and then Wednesday it'd be like you got to choose what you wanted to do each day, and like that was you had to kind of like counterbalance, doing the study hall and going to extra classes or whatever versus getting extra reps on the field, and so I feel like it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they incorporate that aspect of it.
Yeah, I like too. I think it was 14 where like you'd practice in between, and then you'd finally get the opportunity to battle for position, and you'd have to like outplay the position.
Yeah, you actually had to earn your spot. Yeah,
fuck yeah, I'm third string fucking running back now. Let's go. I'm making the cut.
It's gonna be cool because I know they had it on 14, but being a two-way player, like being able to play offense and defense, that's gonna be cool. And then I know back in the day, like once you played all 4 years or 5 years or whatever as Road to Glory, you could upload it into Madden and play on Madden. So that'd be pretty dope.
I think since they're both EA owned, it should be some kind of integration thing. Like if you take your player, get them all the way through, declare for the obviously do your thing, get drafted. Or like once you graduate, you have the option. Would you like to transfer this player to Madden? Boom, boom, instant upload. But I'm sure that'll probably be the next Madden 25 when it comes out.
I think they need to explore maybe doing like 2K did with the My Player stuff, like where you create a player and like you play with like, and I don't know. Obviously, it's easier to do 5v5 on basketball than it is to do 11 on 11 in football, but maybe like there's some type of simulated version
7 on 7
where you do 7 on 7 and you
like
play with your own like you play with your own player and you kind of you have to manage the stats and everything. I think that would be dope game mode.
Would be sick as fuck. Do you know how many quarterbacks there would be out there though?
I mean, yeah, but then there would be guys who want to play receiver and DB and linebacker and tight end and shit like that. So
that would be. I would dive so deep into that, bro. Like legit, and you could like
go ahead.
Different gear from different schools and stuff, and
like you could have a helmet. You could have a helmet from like Ohio State, and then have like a fucking Browns jersey or whatever, and then have like fucking different like LSU cleats or something.
That shit would be. Hey, if you're listening to us right now,
come on, EA. Come on, EA.
And I was thinking about this today. Like you see creators make it big when they just really dive passionately into something and they just run with it, and then they finally get the attention of the people who are making it. Fuck it, why don't we just dive into the fucking EA college football and like start like a YouTube, like building a program. Follow this player, like really just sell
there's guys who do like ebooks where they fucking like, because I know with Madden, I watch a lot of shit about Madden on YouTube, and they sell their ebooks for like $8-10 whatever, and it's got like a compilation of like a book for every single team and every single strategy and like certain players that have special attributes and blah 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 blah. And so like, I mean, that's something we could explore, once we actually get our hands on the game and dive into it, and like we start to see the inner workings of it. And, who knows, maybe we just we compile a bunch of different, adjustments or thoughts and just send it to EA each week and be like, hey, why don't you think about doing this, that, and the other? Yeah. And I mean, fuck, it's just like keep throwing shit at the wall till it sticks. That's a good approach for a lot of people.
Yeah. And I know we talked about, a Madden league, but if they do an online like dynasty thing, I think that would be something really good for like our listeners to dive in on. It's like pick some random fucking small school and start a rebuild, and like I'll see you in the 12-team playoff, bitch.
Yeah, that would be cool. Or if we just do like you have to play, everybody has to pick a team from the same conference.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We could do that, like a Big 10 league or a Big 12 or SEC. I mean, obviously, we're going to do the SEC, but I mean, who am I going to pick in the Big 10, bro? Michigan? Because I know you're going to have dibs on Ohio State. I wouldn't do that to you.
It wouldn't be fun, though. I want to do, like, a full rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd probably, like, dive into, like...
Yeah. Well, we could do that. We could do, like, where certain teams are off limits.
Let the big dog, like, obviously we don't take Georgia or Bama in the SEC. You know
So I'm saying you could get, like, South Carolina or Kentucky or, like, fucking Texas A&M,
Yeah.
Which Texas A&M has the most resources. It's funny because they have the most resources of any fucking college football team in the nation.
The least.
And they haven't done shit in fucking 50 years.
God. This is making me excited for football to be back. And it's just going to be like, this is good, too, because if this is the release date every year for the new game, this is basically like mini camp for the people who really want football. Get your hands on a little bit of football, and then here comes college football and preseason and NFL, and it's like, hell yeah, bro, we just extended football season.
It's going to get to a point, well, I mean, we're already there with, like, the UFL and all that shit.
Yeah.
But we're going to get to a point where it's major football all year round. Like, there's always something to watch on football.
Yeah.
Because,
I've seen a shit ton of UFL shirts here for some reason. And it's a St. Louis team, whatever it is. Ragnarhawks or something.
Yeah. There's that. I think they got like 8
Battlehawks?
Battlehawks, that's it.
Battlehawks, yeah.
Yeah, they've got 8 teams. I mean, it's not bad football. It's just not as popular as college or NFL.
I was just impressed the fact that there were people like repping the jerseys out here. I would have never thought it'd been like something take off like that. But enough college football. Last thing I wanted to touch on was I forgot. It was NFL
schedule.
Draft. NFL schedule, and we already talked NFL draft. NFL schedule, draft winners, Bears. That's it. All right. No, we talked grades afterwards. That was the episode after. Schedule released. The NFL schedule has been released, and one of the coolest things I've seen out of all of this are the social media teams from like each individual team doing their like little schedule release thing. The fucking Chargers one with the Sims, that was fire.
Yeah.
Last year when they did like the anime one, that was so good, bro.
I was going to say that was dope. I couldn't remember if it was them or somebody else, but they've got a pretty good like social media team or like, promotion team.
They kill it. They kill it with it. The Ravens one with what's his name? The Baltimore guy, the
Stavros.
Stavros. Yeah, and he Harbaugh gives him his card, and he's like, "We need you to get to LA as quick as you can." He's like, "No way, Johnny, I gotcha." And then he goes out and he starts buying all the things. He's like, "If the Ravens go 17-0, everybody gets free beer." And he's buying everybody beer with Jim Harbaugh's card. Yeah. He's like, Jim's calling him. He's like, "Card declined. What happened?" He's like, "Oh, I'm at the airport right now. The flight's been delayed." And he finally gets out there. It's fucking funny. It's a good one. The Cowboys one, that was fucking lame.
I didn't see that one, and I don't care.
Yeah.
But the Kansas City, they had the hydraulic press where it took like a famous object from each city, or it was like a food, or like Las Vegas had a bunch of like poker chips, and then the Broncos, it had like a little toy horse, and then Atlanta was like some peaches, and then Buffalo was like Buffalo Wild Wings, and then like and it was just like a hydraulic press. It was just crushing the shit. The Browns were chocolate, I think.
It makes a man go, hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's like, I don't even know what I like about that, but that's fucking cool, dude.
Hell yeah. It's like, I just want a hydraulic press to just fucking break shit.
Just smash shit all the time. Just like, that was cool, dude.
Hell yeah.
Men are so simple, man. I swear to God. Like, hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's what I was explaining to Kayla the other day. It was like, I was like, I don't even know how we got in the conversation, but I was like, it's got to be so fucking hard to be a girl to like even speak to another woman, because it's like yeah, but what if she's like, total bitch and she doesn't like my outfit and then runs off to all of her little friends and then blah, blah, blah. I'm like, guys will just show up and you could be like a fucking convict and be like, hey, you want a beer? And it's like, yeah, I'll take a beer. He's like, fuck yeah, I like this guy.
I fuck with this guy, man.
It's like, I'll be there for that guy for anything.
Yeah. I'll give him my fucking shirt off my back. That's my brother. It's my fucking bro.
I swear, that's the easiest shit. And I know you said a couple stats, or you said Carolina Panthers, no primetime games. What was the other one?
The Jets have, I think they have the most primetime games with 6.
Aaron Rodgers.
They're trying to get Aaron Rodgers on the screen, bro.
I think
watch his. God forbid. I mean, I don't root for anybody to get hurt, but just watch his fucking other Achilles just explode on national TV.
At that point, you just you
gotta hang it up at that point. Yeah. You gotta run for vice president at that point.
Yeah, just go to the booth. He'd be a good booth guy. Or fucking
no, he wouldn't. There's no network in America that would hire that man to fucking.
Fox would do it in a heartbeat.
You think?
Yeah. Tom Brady, he got the Cowboys and the Browns for his first. Game.
That's something we can talk about. The Tom Brady roast. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was pretty good.
It was good, bro. The fucking what's his name? Tom. I can't remember his name, but he went on the tear at the end. He just was going down the line.
Was it Hinchcliffe?
Yeah,
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah. He was just roasting, and then what's her name? She was going into
Nikki Glazer.
She was killing, bro.
She was talking about. She said, "I can't believe you something about crypto, or you lost money on crypto." She was like, even Gronk looked at it and was like, "Me know that not real money." That shit fucking had me dying, bro.
He's like, Gronk, I'm so happy you could be here. You stopped coloring long enough to hang out with us. It's like, I knew you were here when I seen the chocolate milk all gone in the back.
That's fucking funny. But the sad thing is Gronk is actually a pretty smart dude. If you ever listen to him talk, like he's actually pretty fucking smart, honestly.
He's the fucking big lunk dude.
He's just a big oaf.
He's a big goober. But he takes the jokes well, and I think that's the best part. And then I also thought it was funny too how like you're getting fucked tonight, Tom, more than your wife does by the karate instructor. It's like 6 lessons a week. Come on.
Yeah. And then whenever Jeffrey Ross got up there, he said he had a joke about Robert Kraft getting a hand job from a massage parlor or something, and Tom Brady goes, "Cut that shit out." Did you see that where he went up there to the mic? He's like, "Cut it out."
He's like, "No more Kraft jokes."
Yeah, he's like, "No more of that."
That was funny as fuck. Tony Hinchcliffe, bro. I
feel like that's gonna become like a regular thing for Netflix.
Yeah,
like just they've been having more and more live events here lately.
Yeah,
and I feel like because and going along with the NFL schedule, there's 2 games on Christmas Day on Netflix this year.
Oh shit!
I can't remember who it is, but there's 2 games on Netflix.
Who got What's the show that Hard Knocks? Who got Hard Knocks this year?
I don't know if they've even announced it.
I could have swore they announced it. 2024 Hard Knocks. I think it's the Panthers. No, it's the Giants.
The Giants. Did you see their new uniforms? Yeah, the retro throwback uniforms. You didn't see them? They're fucking hideous.
Giants. Retro.
They don't look bad except for the pants. The pants ruin it. If they had white pants, it'd be all right.
Century Red throwback to commemorate 100th season in 2024. Show me a picture. Oh, they do look. Oh God, they look like fucking lederhosens.
Yeah, they look terrible.
Those are somebody's fucking pantyhose, bro.
Yeah, I saw a tweet that said the season hasn't even started and the Giants are 0-1 already.
The Giants are going to be bad. this year. They should have done Hard Knocks on the Bears this year. It'd have been so good.
Oh, I know, bro. That's what everybody wants to see.
It's like, come on, bro.
You know they had a Hard Knocks during the season too last year.
Yeah, it was
the Miami Dolphins.
Miami, yeah, and they did the Cardinals at the beginning of the year. Hopefully they do somebody halfway through. I'd like to see them do Philly. But obviously it's a team who's struggling, but they did Miami halfway through and they were fucking hot. So maybe they'll do somebody good halfway through.
I mean, it's just extra football content. You know, people are going to eat it up.
And didn't they announce too on Netflix they're doing wide receiver or something?
Like the quarterback show?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. They couldn't get enough quarterbacks to do it because apparently the league didn't like the way some of the shit turned out on the quarterback show. But I thought that was hella interesting, you know.
Receiver. Yeah. The new football doc series, Receiver. Fumbling is not an option. When does that come out?
Who does it follow, does it say?
That's what I'm trying to read right here. 8 episodes from the creators of Quarterback. The 8-episode series chronicles the high stakes of good catch.
They got to have Justin Jefferson.
It's Devontae Adams,
Okay.
Justin Jefferson,
Okay.
George Kittle,
Okay.
Deebo Samuel, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Damn,
that's a fucking line.
That's on one of my fantasy teams.
Yeah. If my fantasy team looks like that, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, because I'd like to see some insight onto like Devontae Adams and where his mindset is and how he feels being in Oakland. Justin Jefferson too. I think he wants out of Minnesota. Kittle will be dope on the show, and this will give Amon-Ra St. Brown a voice because he's like the quiet receiver, not the diva. So that'll be cool to kind of get to know the personal side of him and how he is as a person and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just gonna really like Amon-Ra St. Brown a lot.
Yeah, because you don't really hear a lot out of him, you know.
Nah, he don't ever speak, bro. He just goes out and gets you fucking 80 to 100 yards and calls it a day.
Absolutely. Did you see where Goff got extended? $212 million.
Fucking paid. Good for Jared Goff, to be honest. Like to lose the Super Bowl, get traded from the team and the coach that like brought you in, like basically be thrown away, and then to salvage it and salvage the Lions, bring them all the way out of the pits of hell. You deserve to get paid, bro. Good for you.
Absolutely.
Good for Jared Goff. All right, let's put a wrap on her. Let's send her out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this episode, Real Conversations with Cozy and Murph, like, comment, subscribe, share. That's a lot of shit. The only ones that really matter are subscribe and share. Anything else I could give a fuck less about. Tell your grandma about us. Tell your friends about us. Call me and tell me how we did. Actually, I don't care. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Have a good fucking weekend. Oh, and past weekend too. Let me say this. We missed the Mother's Day episode, but we love all you moms out there. Shout out all the MILFs. We love you guys. Y'all keep doing you. Keep being great moms. As Harrison Butker said, all that matters is raising a family.
Peace.